Those that were involved with the Marching Vikings last year, our field show was titled Night Watch. And Jake also was the composer of that show. And sadly, just a couple of months ago, we lost Jake Basson. He passed away. And he's got so many wonderful arrangements and compositions. And I plan to dig deep into his repertoire and try to get some on the stage in his honor and in memoriam towards him. But our next selection, we hope you enjoy O Little Town of Bethlehem. Now you see why we like the music of Jay Dawson. So good, so good. Our next selection, one more little tribute to Jay Dawson, is an arrangement of something much lighter, much easier to absorb because it's just an old classic. I always have trouble with this. Blue Christmas. There it is. It's very sad because that joke gets further and further away from these generations. Because they say, Porky Pig, and they're like, who? I mean, that's Peppa Pig. Okay? It's a different pig.
Get out the stage.
This is a stuttering pig from the 1940s. So, but I think there might be some people maybe my age group, my age group that know the Porky Pig arrangement. So it's a classic. So here's Blue Christmas.
Oh, it's blue.
I wonder why it's blue.
With that.
Jan's here.
You having a good time so far? You feel like Christmas? You like holidays?
I'll flip it.
You like coming out of school?
I said I'll help with the flipping, and then I just flip it off.
This is all copyright. What?
Okay.
Cooked.
Bro, you're fine.
Those who know me, and I've had multiple encounters with me, know as far as a teacher,
Oh, I thought this would be higher.
they know that while I'm very, very picky, I have really high expectations of my students. It's for the right reasons. And it's because I want to see them be the best version of themselves that they can be. And they prove that every time we perform, that they are capable of more than even they even realize. If they put their mind to it and refuse to give up and be persistent towards their goals. And these students do it. The music that we play is not easy, especially when freshmen and students come up into ninth grade. It's a very large step up for middle school band and music, and they have to, because the stage is full of students in all 4 grade levels, all together. And that means, obviously, some of the most pressure put on them to grow is obviously on the first-year students in high school. But they rise to the challenge and even surprise themselves sometimes. And that's why I do what I do, because I love watching them grow and seeing just what they're able to, the magic they're able to create on the stage with music. So I'm very proud of them and their efforts, and I thank you, parents and the students, for accepting the methods of my madness and knowing that that it's all because I love and care about your children very much, and want to not just see them grow as musicians, but see them grow as humans and have a chance in the world when they leave here. So, our next selection, the reason I said all of this is because of this next selection. A Home Alone Christmas. So please raise your hand if you have seen one of the Home Alone movies. Okay, good. Good. It's a requirement, right, to be in this concert. I need to put it at the door and tell our ticket people, but I forgot. And as far as I'm concerned, there are 2 Home Alone movies.
No.
The first one with Macaulay Culkin, and the second one with Macaulay Culkin. And if anybody says the number 3 or whatever when it comes to Home Alone, I lose my hearing, because as far as I'm concerned, they don't exist. I'm very unaccepting when it comes to them trying to rehash these stories with different characters, not the same, for me at least. But I also am old enough to have seen Home Alone when it came out in the theater. My mother's here, my family's here tonight, and she actually took me to see it many years ago, and we laughed our brains out, of course. But the music of Home Alone, you may not realize from doing the program, the film score composer is who I believe to be the greatest American film score composer who ever lived, and that is the great John Williams. Star Wars, Indiana Jones, E.T., Superman, so many different movie scores. And lots of different movies that people don't even realize he did the score for. He did this one. But this is a wonderful arrangement Paul Lavender did that really is about as close to the original as it can be. And it makes people aware of the fact that it's not only beautiful melodies, but very challenging melodies for the students. And they committed to the piece, and they worked really hard, and we're really excited to present for you all a Home Alone Christmas. Fasten your seatbelts.
2 pieces out of 5. DeAndre. Come on. I didn't know.
That one might be on the second. I wish we could perform more. I tell the students we should perform once a month. Give us any little motivation to learn our student. But it's just so much fun to do what we do. It's hard. Being a band is not easy. What they do up here, what they do even, beginners of band, 6, 7, 8, whatever they start in band, it's hard. Learning how to play a musical instrument, how to do the technical side of the brain and the creative side of the brain to make musical statements. So many things about what we do. It's not easy. And they sound so good. I'm biased, but I'll put this band up and we'll do it. It's fantastic. very special memories. The winter concert in this hall, those that aren't aware, I did graduate in the late 90s, and to go full circle and conduct a band here is just so special for me, and to be able to share it with the students every day, it's a blessing to teach you children. Thank you so much. I want to make sure that I give a shout to my family. I did sort of earlier, but I want to make sure I give a formal shout to my family that's here tonight and tell you that I love you and thank you for your support. I want to thank my Band Booster program, the best dang Band Booster program there is. Special thanks to the support at PH County High School administration, custodial staff, teachers, and the students in this program. I'm sure there's days that they leave that band room and they're just rallying about the experience that they had in my classroom, and there's hopefully days that they leave and they're smiling and they're happy about how it went. But in the end, I feel confident that they understand the message behind what it is that we do. There's talking about band being hard. There's a quote from a movie about somebody trying to quit an activity, baseball, and he said it just got too hard. And the coach glared at him and said, "It's supposed to be hard. If it wasn't hard, everyone would do it. The hard is what makes it great." And so what makes it a powerful, valuable activity and experience. So I always try to keep that in mind with my students, to remind them that what they're doing is a valuable thing. Not just playing an instrument, but learning how to be a human being and learn all the life skills, or as many life skills as possible before venturing out into the world. So if you would give me just one moment, I'm also stalling just a minute because several of these students, and I see a few familiar faces from last night in our jazz band concert, which was originally supposed to be a different day, but the weather closure required us to move it to yesterday. So some of these students are pulling double duty between last night and tonight. Based on the amount of notes that you're hearing up here and the amount of notes that you might have heard last night in the jazz band, maybe that might validate why we had to split it into two concerts. It's a lot of music and that's a lot of notes, a lot of playing. But so a little bit of my talking is stalling to make sure that their muscles are back in place and ready to play one more for you tonight. I need to step off the stage for just a moment and prepare myself for final selection, and be right back with you.
All right. Bye. See you tomorrow. Adrian, he's not floating. Stand up for your life. Nathan, that one, Nathan. Like, get Nathan. That's Bobby's father. That is Bobby's father. I said, it's Mommy's father.
Thank you for coming out tonight. This is Sleigh Ride.
Percussion.